For the last 8 years, modern technology has been intensely making its way into the operation of javno podjetje Žale. The most important innovation is the business information system that includes accepting funeral orders, where all services and products needed for the implementation of the funeral are entered into the system, such as flowers, obituaries, singers and other related services. The software allows us to arrange everything necessary for the conclusion of a leasing relationship and for keeping registry of graves, tenants and deceased. The software also includes all financial and accounting modules, personnel module and calculation of salaries for the employees. It is linked to online banking, the geographical information system and with the system for electronic operations and achieving. The system also includes storage operations, florist's shop, as well as accepting orders for gardening and stonemason services, and the sale of products made from stone. The system also allows us to keep different records, and it is possible to issue permissions for the stonemason works and so forth. The second most important segment is the Geographic Information System, which is an important tool for maintenance of all 18 cemeteries. A cemetery is selected from the list and it can be increased to the desired size. The orthographical photo plan appears. The digital land registry plan is switched on, which includes information from the land registry, such as the lot number, cadastral municipality, ownership, surface area, culture. The digital plan of the communal lines is switched on, and when you click on a line, it displays the type of the line, for example, waterworks. A grave number is entered into the search engine, or it is selected from the list of graves and the software finds the grave for us. It is also possible to search for a grave visually. Clicking on the grave shows the basic display with the information of the tenant and the deceased along with a photo of the grave or the archive of photos. A grave can also be located according to the tenant or the deceased. The data is linked with the business information system and is therefore always up to date. Special closed areas can be determined within grave accurately, for example, water protection area. Additional topographical content is switched on, which shows all types of surfaces according to location and surface area or quantity. Pictures of green surfaces, shrubbery, trees, hedges, paved surfaces, sandy surfaces, benches, fountains and garbage cans. All works conducted are planned ahead and are also determined in the annual and monthly plans, where in addition to the type of work, the amount, frequency, price per unit and value are also determined. It is possible to select all areas that can be selected or only a specific one. When the completed works are entered, for example mowing the lawn, the workers who conducted the service are selected, followed by the section where they worked. When you click on it, it changes color, therefore we know it was marked. The completed works can be displayed in several ways, according to people, location and type of the task and according to a specific date. When receiving the tasks conducted on a specific area, select mowing the lawn and you get a graphical color display of the surface area that was mowed on the selected day. When displaying the works conducted in a specific month, select the desired month, which shows the monthly report and the location where the task was conducted. The mouse shows the trimming of shrubbery and mowing the lawns. The annual report can be accessed in the same manner, and there you are all planned and completed task ratio. Paperwork-free operations were introduced in 2008. All incoming documents are scanned and they travel between workplaces electronically. The outgoing documents are also prepared electronically and are added into the system and stored in relation to the incoming documents if it's applicable. The most typical example is the treatment of an invoice where electronic confirmation for the received invoice is used with the electronic signature. All activities on the document are recorded, for example, who and when reviewed the document, who approved it, and so forth. After the invoice is approved, the information from the invoice is transferred to the business information system, while the document itself is electronically achieved after it has been processed. The system allows easy access to the archive and reviewing of the achieved documents. The management can access any document and data in relation to the processing of the document, or they can see where the document is located and in which processing phase it is. All incoming and outgoing documents are linked, received letters and the answers. Limited access to specific types of document and monitoring of the document's access, printing of the document and such is also provided. The video monitoring system is comprised of two separate systems, the analog and digital. There are 27 high-definition cameras installed in total, and the system will gradually be expanded. The installation of the video monitoring system reduced the number of thefts on the cemetery, or from the graves or from the parked vehicles. The system is used mainly for preventive purposes. The footage is stored for 72 hours and it can be only accessed by the police or the court. Online solutions introduced into our operations and which are intended for our users include the following. Website for mobile phones. The website for mobile phones offers the latest instructions in the case of death, contact numbers and a list of funerals that gives the client the information on the location of the start of the memorial service. Website. It offers all possible information on the company, managed cemeteries, funerals, regulations, limitations, protection of the environment and cultural heritage, and other information and applications presented below. The website also offers maps of the cemeteries with coordinates, which helps you reach the cemetery with the help of GPS devices. The most important buildings on the cemetery are presented with 360-degree spatial images. They are also linked to the florist shop, ASCE Association and others. The audio-video broadcast of the memorial service was introduced by Jale a few years ago as the first company to provide such a service. The broadcast is conducted from two locations. One is the special memorial hall and the second one the external area of Plečnik's Žale. The whole area is covered with 3 to 4 cameras, while the audio feed comes from the microphone on the speaker's podium. The broadcast can only be accessed by those who got a code from the client who purchased the memorial service and who is given the code when they order such service. The code is active only for the duration of one funeral. The user is able to select the image from one of the 3 cameras set in advance and listen to the audio feed coming from the speaker's podium. They can also write a letter of sympathy, which is given to the relatives along with the CD with the images from the memorial service. The service is mainly used by relatives and friends of the deceased living abroad, those who are bedridden, business people on business trips, and everyone who cannot attend the funeral themselves. Funeral schedule. This is the most widely read section on our online application, since people are interested in who died and when will the funerals be held. They can acquire information on the deceased, on the cemetery where the funeral will take place, the date and the hour of the funeral, and if ordered, they can also see the obituary. The obituaries. The obituaries are the most frequently used means of informing the public about the passing of people in Slovenia. Obituaries are broadcasted on the radio, published in the daily newspapers, and increasingly on websites from different providers. The obituary is designed by a clerk when they receive an order for a funeral. After the obituary is prepared, the client decides where the obituary will be published, in addition to website, for example, in the newspaper, radio, other websites. Grave search engine. In 2008, a grave search engine was introduced to our website where anyone can enter the first and the last name of the deceased they are looking for. They can limit the number of hits by entering the year of birth or year of death. The search engine shows the first and family name of the deceased and the location of the grave. Clicking on the name of the deceased found by the search engine shows the path to the section where the grave of the selected person is located on the map of the cemetery. The plan with the path can also be printed out. The search engine is available in Slovenian and English. Info points. In 2005, 2 info points, information boards, were set up at the Žale Cemetery that give the visitors access to our website and to the funeral schedule, grave search engine, cemetery floor plan, spatial images of the cemetery, etc. They also offer the visitors a chance to read through the biographies of the most important people who are buried here, as well as a printout of the route and sending of e-cards. Online store, florist shop and funeral equipment in preparation phase. We are preparing a new online florist shop where it will be possible to order all products from the florist shop, including delivery to your home or to the grave within the area of our operations. It will also be possible to order all standard funeral equipment. A number of systems for the payment of those services, like credit cards, mobile phones, bank transfers, etc., will be used. It is particularly suitable for those who are not able to visit the grave because it is too far away, for the elderly, bedridden and such. National website, funeral schedule and obituaries in testing phase. In order to unify all information on funerals, we decided to prepare a neutral all-national website that will operate in relation with the website of the leading commercial TV station, Pop TV. In addition to the funeral schedules, it will also show obituaries and other commercial messages from the providers of funeral activities and other services that are related to funerals and graves.